Starting off with some breaking news, security forces in Jammu and Kashmir have averted a major attack on an Indian Army forward post. The Indian Army says it has foiled another brutal attack by Pakistan's border action team in Naugam sector on the 30th of December. Now, according to sources, Pakistani intruders attempted to move through thick jungles close to the line of control and were assisted by heavy covering fire of high-caliber weapons from Pakistani post. Now, the Indian Army has asked Pakistan to take back the bodies. It says they are most likely regular Pakistani soldiers. According to sources, the intruders were wearing combat dresses like Pakistani regulars and were carrying stores with Pakistani markings. Now, Ishan Vani, a correspondent from Srinagar, is joining us live with the latest. Now, Ishan, the Indian Army has foiled a major infiltration bid ahead of the new year. Walk us through the details.
Well, this is a big success for the security forces. They are saying that on the eve of New Year, Pakistan had tasked them to carry out an attack on the Indian soil, particularly on the border, where these frontiers, basically these camps of the army on the front line. Now, this is a border action team of the Pakistani force. Now, India has asked Pakistan to take back these bodies. They will open up the channels with Pakistan and ask them to take down these bodies. What we know so far from the army and the details that the army has given is that they were carrying IEDs and other weaponry to carry out these attacks on the frontier posts of the Indian Army. Now, this would have resulted in a major tragedy if these attacks would have been carried by the border action team. Remember, army has carried out the intense search operations in the area following this particular bid. They say that these are Pakistan Army regulars. That's what the army has said in a press release, that these are, after extending the facts and other details, they are saying that these are the Pakistan Army soldiers. Remember, BAT comprises of the Pakistan Army team, Pakistan Army people from the Pakistan Special Elite Force. That's who are included in the border action team. And this border action team is very specialized and tasked to carry out these operations on the LoC to dominate the fence. So once again, the army has said that they were carrying out special IEDs and other weaponry so that this attack would be carried out on the LoC. Now, given the fact that border action team has been carrying out attacks in the Kashmir and Jammu, the army was on alert, and particularly on the occasion of New Year when these attacks happen, and both India and Pakistan exchange greetings. Apart from that, there have been now reports that they were coming in across with the cover fire of the Pakistan Army, who were firing, including the heavy machine gun. The rockets were fired at the Indian Army when they were trying to cross the LoC. Some of them have been, gone back after the firing escalated between the two groups. Now, army says that interestingly, they were wearing the BSF and other fatigues that the forces have been using. Now, this tells us again about the scenario that how the Pakistani army is using these BSF, including the BSF fatigues, to try to sort of camouflage the entire thing and come across into the Kashmir Valley.
Now the Indian Army has asked Pakistan to take back the deceased. So how many casualties are we looking at here?
Well, what the army has said that they have recovered the body of 2 people. It happened yesterday, and the rest of them have gone back because of the heavy cover fire provided by the Pakistani forces. That's what the army has said, that the 2 bodies have been recovered, and the communication will be made to the Pakistan to take these bodies back, which have been recovered. Remember, this is a very difficult terrain, including the forest is dense, so it becomes difficult for the army to carry out the operation, particularly in the cold weather conditions in Naugam sector. Now the Indian side will ask them to take down these bodies, which they say are of the Pakistani soldiers.
Ishan, thank you for joining us with all those details.